What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat. We are here today playing Daylight one more time, where we are holding some scissors very shakily. I'd be shaking too if I was in this place, but luckily we're holding them point down because Sarah paid attention when her mother told her never run with scissors pointing upwards. So let's go ahead and, I suppose, get rid of this door, and we'll keep on moving. My phone is flipping out right now, which is never a good sign. It's weird how we've got all these really convenient backpacks around. Also, what is that, like a carbo bar? A carb crunch. Could definitely use some carbohydrates right now. Gotta make sure that you have enough
It's so nice today.
I guess on the plus sides of this whole adventure, it's a friendly ghost, right? Let's go take a look behind the desk and see what we can find. Dr. Mercer, the maintenance staff has finished the modifications to your office that you asked for. Also, per your request, I've made sure to only let certain staff work on small parts of the larger project. Your new desk should be fully functional now. Judy. Awesome. Dr. Mercer clearly shares my affinity for desks with catapult M&M launchers. What is this? Can I search it? No. Prisoner 85 has been under my direct observation for the last week. No change in temperament. He seems to have contracted some sort of virus causing fever and incoherent ranting. He's currently receiving treatment by the nurses. I'll reevaluate his condition after the study has been completed. So in order to up the ante right here and make myself feel a little bit more, well, ill at ease, I suppose, I'm playing in a dark room at the moment, just to make sure that anything that happens is a sorta creepier. Patient 9F admitted with burns on over 60% of body, skin graft underway. Patient is refusing treatment and talks constantly about visions, but we're proceeding anyways. Sometimes it's not about what the patient wants, but about doing whatever it takes to make them better. Suppose...
Conflict cannot survive without our participation.
Hey, stop that door. You stay open because I will it. Aha! Toilet literature! Patient 13, such an ominous number. Hospital records indicate that this number is typically attributed to particularly troubled students. Or patients. God, that's Freudian. Current case is no exception, given the nature of her birth. I foresee many institutions, bad decisions, and more in her future. Sometimes I find myself wondering if some people's inner turmoil is beyond any human help. Yep. Let me guess, I'm patient 13. That's my guess. If I had to hazard one right now, knowing what I'm a big horror movie fan, I watch a lot of horror movies and things of that nature, so I'm gonna guess that I am patient 13. Aha. A carefully hidden note out in the open. Judy, it's recently come to my attention that much of the staff, yourself included, has been getting a bit too comfortable spreading rumors. I don't need to remind you how well you and the others have it here compared to the disease-ridden mainland, do I? Yes, we've had a wealth of issues with the inmates and some of our more colorful patients. Yes, we've had to turn to drastic measures to deal with them occasionally, but I need everyone here behind me if we're going to keep this place running. I'm doing everything that I can. M. We can only assume that that's from Dr. Mercer, I suppose, since he's the only person thus far with an M in his name. I wish I had a super awesome suit and kerchief, and also those weird dead-looking painting eyes. No, I only want those occasionally. Well... what's going on in here, like when I'm trying to scare people? That cigar lit? Interesting. Ooh, we can use the lamp?
Full of so many surprises, Sarah.
Ooh, a secret passage. Okay.
I was always fortunate in that regard. For our time together.
God. Alright, well, we're pretty stocked up on flares right now, so I'm not too worried.
Ah, home away from home.
Jail. Awesome. I'm not completely sure. God. Every time I play this game, my heart is just in my throat. I think that I probably shouldn't have made such brave proclamations when I first started playing. I feel like that's probably going to backfire on me. So there's flares in here. Okay, so good. You know, if it doesn't work, just jerk on it harder. That's the rule of life, right? June 17th, 1931, concerning Bert Augustine's disappearance. His body was covered in maze-like cuts on his skin and tongue. His eyes were also missing. It's unclear whether this is self-inflicted or the work of another. When we pressed to investigate the tunnels, Dr. Mercer interceded and took command, leading a small team of guards he felt he could trust. For the sake of the victim's family, we've declared it a murder. Body slated for cremation before sending the remains off-island. I do not feel good about this. Then again, who would? Like, who in this situation would be, I am perfectly fine with all of the things that are taking place right now.
Anybody there?
She's still... Oh, damn it. I don't know where it is, but burn, bitch. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't like this. Things appear to be escalating. God. February 16th, 1936, concerning James Stryker's suspension. Officer Stryker has currently been suspended without pay until further notice. A formal investigation into accusations of overly brutal punishments on prisoners and torture tactics is currently underway. Investigation to be carried out in-house only. Public knowledge is to be kept to a minimum. I don't really have a whole lot of flares. So I'm feeling like maybe giving myself a little bit of hustle time might be a good plan. I've heard people mention in their playthroughs... Oh, I don't want to be out of flares right now. I don't want to be out of flares. Oh, Alright, alright. Alright. I see how it is. Well, at least we're replacing the flares that we're using, but we need to move fast. Oh, I saw that. Did you see it in the darkness back there? I saw it. I don't know where else to go right now. The game does seem to give you cues before the ghost comes in every single time. Is this the second desk or am I back where I started? I feel like I'm back where I started. Interesting. Alright, well, we've gotten ourselves turned around, which is probably about the least terrible thing that could happen when running around a ghost-infested infirmary or whatever the hell we're in. Mental ward. I grew up next to a mental ward. It's called CMF. It's for criminally insane people. There's a couple of jailbreaks in my hometown too while I lived there. Definitely some fairly intense stuff. Well, I don't see... I think this might be where I got turned around, possibly. No, it's not where I got turned around. This is where... Yeah, there were dead ends back here. We got flares, though. I feel as though the threat meter, not really that useful of a meter as far as meters go. I don't know, crack open one of these little bad boys and see if we can't find anything useful around. Got dominoes, just in case you feel like playing some bones right now, although... Phone just flickered. I've already been down this way. Correct, yes. So this leaves me in an interesting predicament where I'm not really sure... I probably missed something back here, maybe, when I was sprinting around trying to make use of my flares. Oh, Christ! Alright, well that's certainly not going to help. I'm having a terrible time navigating this place with the way that the map is set out because it's all so crunched together. And this takes me back to where I was, interestingly enough. Let's go ahead and I'm going to study the map for just a minute and try and figure out what the hell has gone wrong here. As far as I can tell, we've hit dead ends just about everywhere. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looking at the map, yeah, every single location we've been has been a dead end. So I think I must have missed something somewhere. Like, it's difficult to tell when so many things are like chasing you and attempting to murder you. Didn't I leave a flare in here or something? Maybe. Oh, that's what I missed. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Nope, another dead end. God, well... break out a glow stick and see if... Well, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to say if anything jumps out at us, but that's not really what I'm going for either. I'm going to take it slow this time. Let's see if there was anything that I could have conceivably missed in any of these rooms. There's always like the possibility, I guess. Down this way, I was almost certain. Oh, okay, so there's another through door right there. It told me to use a flare, so I'm going to make an assumption right now. And say that what's-her-name is probably around here somewhere. I'm gonna run the same gag twice on the same map, huh? Alright, well. There it is. That's what we missed. Okay. So let's keep moving. Flares are at a premium right now. Aha. Turmoil at Mid-Island Penitentiary, May 5th, 1930. The Mid-Island Penitentiary has been experiencing an increasing amount of violence according to investigations by city officials. Prisoners and guards alike seem to exhibit a higher than average level of violence occurrences, and the staff on site seem incapable of providing a reason why or a plan to resolve the issue. Police Chief Sherman Wills announced that the department will move on to the island if necessary to keep the prison running smoothly. When asked about the rumor of inmate disappearances, often explained as escapees, Wills refused to comment. The worst part about all this, if there is indeed a worst part, is that we haven't even remotely located the sigil or anything else yet either. I don't know what it is about these rooms, but they creep me the hell out.
Hello?
In the hell? I don't want to make light of the situation, but things are falling on my head. Okay, so there's the sigil. Mid-Island Penitentiary. Attention staff, there's been a noticeable increase in prisoner violence, both amongst themselves and towards staff. In the future, all guards will be required to do their rounds in groups of 2 or more. Nurses will not be allowed to tend ill prisoners anywhere except the infirmary. Absolutely no exceptions. Okay, so I'm going to come into the sigil room so that it's on my map. Otherwise, I've actually done that a couple times. I thought I saw red eyes in the darkness black. That's never good. And we have to go that way. It figures. While we've got a replacement flare. Oh, you can't get them later? Oh, that's super weak. So they're just like discarded? Oh, that's lame. Okay, so let's make use of our flaming torch of protection right now. God, what the hell?
Oh my god, what was that?
Presumably something else that's probably going to jump out at us. I would really sincerely prefer that nothing jump out at me right now. But somehow I feel as though my request is going to fall upon deaf, undead ears. Oh. What in the... Oh, fuck! Okay, so these never have anything in them. Let's move. They will possess you, is what it says at the bottom left. Okay. Date, June 17th, 1931, concerning Bert Augustine's disappearance. Bert Augustine stopped showing up for his shifts almost 2 weeks ago. His supervisor believed that he'd walked off the job, as Mr. Augustine had made several complaints about hearing female voices in the halls. However, a maintenance worker clearing the rust off the sewer gate smelled something terrible coming out of the tunnel by the docks and investigated, finding Mr. Augustine's mutilated remains. Fantastic. A ghost with a penchant for the mutilation. Okay, so there is a silver lining here, if you want to think about it. Oh, throwing mattresses at me? God. Alright.
I know you're there.
Alright, so we need a little bit of help finding whatever it is that we need to get down in here. I don't have anything to fight off this shadow. And I'm going to assume that it's behind me right now. Which always... Oh, damn it. I would pick the wrong corridor. I would pick the wrong one. Balls. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well, running past. It's not even really scary anymore because, frankly, you have no way to, like, fend it off. And so the entire thing just kind of comes down to... It's actually just more like cheap jump scares, to be honest. I mean... And I get that that's sort of like in vogue right now, but... It's kind of hard to search with this thing bugging me every 2 seconds. Piss off. course. And it's saying I can search this, but it's not actually allowing me to do so. Jesus. Alright, well, there's our last little notey thing. Hopefully we're going the right way right now, which we're not. We're going towards a dead end, I think. Yep. So what we'll need to do now is I'm going to wait for my stupid lens flare thing to go away. You take a right down here. I saw it out of the corner of my eye, but it didn't strike. For whatever reason. And then upon arriving at the sigil... sigil, come on.
What the? Such brutality, corruption, and chaos.
Jesus. Well, I was under the impression that if we had the sigil, it couldn't attack us. Apparently, I was wrong. Not only just wrong, very wrong. Alright, well, I'm gonna break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Daylight. I'll see you guys next time.